YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Double O Bo, man. We back with another banger for y'all boys today. And today we just gonna keep it raw and uncut for real. Keep it real. I'm just be dropping the jewels and giving y'all the business, giving y'all the cold hard truth to becoming a college football athlete or just a college athlete. Period. I know there's a whole bunch of athletes that watch my channel, and let's get to it. Alright, so first things first, man. Some of y'all may know I am a college football player myself. Let me just tell y'all a little bit about myself and my situation. I actually started off playing at Allen University in 2024 season, which was last fall. Things didn't really go as planned. I felt like I wasn't getting better. I felt like I could have been better. I felt like I could have been with a better program that would have got me right, whatever. So I hopped in the portal, boom, ended up at Butler Community College. So as I'm at Butler Community College, I actually get released, I want to say, a little bit after my head coach resigned at the University of Kansas. So I got released, sadly. Could have worked a little bit more harder, could have put in more effort, but story for another day. We moving on. Today I'm basically going to break down the real advice for you athletes. What works, what to watch out for, and the truth about this whole journey, all right? So number one, I'm very big on consistency. As an athlete, you definitely should be consistent in your craft, always being in the gym, always working, even on your days off, even when y'all have rest days or bye weeks, stay consistent, stay in the gym, always working, take care of your body, it matters. Y'all may not think it's not a big deal, but your body is gonna start wear and tear. It matters, take care of your body, y'all boys. Another thing is be coachable. Please be coachable. You don't want to have you don't want to be a hard-headed guy and give, coaches a hard time, and coaches, start talking about your skills and your work ethic, and you just not being coachable, you're not listening, you never want to deal with that. You don't want to be that guy. All right, another fact, don't specialize too early, and this is more for my, younger athletes. What I mean by that is try multiple sports and see what you like. Not everybody want to play football, or not everybody might be built for football, or not everybody might be built for basketball, or not everybody might be able to run track. So I feel like as you're a younger athlete growing up and you're on the come up, I feel like you should definitely be versatile and try multiple sports and try multiple things. Go out for a run, go to the gym, ask questions as well. Watch videos on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Just find what you're really, really passionate about, you know what I'm saying? So you can remain locked in, remain focused, and chase your dreams and chase your career aspirations. All right, so mental toughness. Mental toughness is very, very, very big, because a lot of these coaches, they will test you. They will test you mentally. They will test you if you're weak, man, if you're, you know what I'm saying? They will test you. So mental toughness is definitely a key thing. All right. Learn how to lose. Losing, it doesn't make you a bad guy, or you just ain't shit. You should feel like trash because you're losing. Learn how to lose sometimes. Take your losses and end up coming up with wins like a boss. Stay focused. Always, please stay focused. Girls is cool and all, but as you get older, as you want to go and really what you want to do and really work on your craft, girls, they end up becoming a distraction. Sadly, man, you know how the world is. It's just that. Learn how to handle pressure. Oh my gosh. You have to learn how to handle pressure. If you want to be a real ball player, you have to play under pressure. You have to play under the craziest conditions as well. So learn how to, handle pressure. It just comes with the game. It's just part of it. All right, discipline and time management. Those are two very big ones. You have to be disciplined to just be an athlete, period. You really got to be disciplined in life, period. But especially as a student athlete, you must be very disciplined. And time management, I said time management, that's very, very big. Time management matters. You can't be missing practice, missing meetings, missing workouts. It's not gonna cut it. That's the easiest way. Missing workouts, missing practice, missing meetings is the easiest way to get your scholarship revoked, scholarship pulled, or for coaches just to not even look your way and talk to you. That's one of the worst things you can ever deal with. Social circle and teamwork, man. You want to be. I know everybody has their own way of doing things. You do want to be social though. You do want to, participate in things, have a social circle that you're really rocking with, make friendships, network, you know what I'm saying? Just be social. As an athlete, be social. That matters. It shouldn't be all about, my sport and me and myself. You can't be selfish, So learning how to deal with challenges early, that kind of falls back on what I said on earlier. Learning how to deal with like challenges early is really, really important, because if you're not really used to facing that adversity early, you're gonna always be used to be winning, because you know we're gonna take losses sometimes. You're gonna be too much used to winning, or too much used to having shit your way. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to deal with challenges early, y'all boys. You know, sacrifices. Sacrifices is a very, very big thing, and it's not easy. I'm telling y'all boys that from experience. It is not easy to sacrifice, but if you want to be great at this game and do what you really love, you gotta sacrifice going out to parties. You gotta sacrifice the drinking and smoking. You gotta sacrifice certain friends. You gotta sacrifice certain things. You know what I'm saying? Anything that just keep you distracted. Women, being over lustful, all that falls in the same category. You gotta sacrifice it to be great. You have to. All that shit comes later. What that boy said, it gets greater later. Realistic expectations. Realistic expectations. I'm gonna say that a third time. Realistic expectations. All right. So sadly, not to bust y'all boat, man. Not every athlete will go pro. Not every athlete is gonna make it to the NBA or NFL or WNBA or play pro. Just be real with yourself. But is it possible? Hell yeah, it's definitely possible. You can make it pro. You can. I feel like anybody should be able to do what they want to do if they put the right amount of work and put the right amount of effort to it. You know what I'm saying? Just being great and just, you know, always being on time, always working, always grinding, staying focused, staying humble, staying true to yourself, you know, and just being great, being coachable. All that falls in the same category, you know, doing the right things, not getting distracted. But definitely you do want to be realistic with yourself. Always have a backup plan, because you never know, you could get hurt, God forbid. It sounds shitty. I know not all my athletes want to hear this. I didn't want to hear it when I was like, you know, as I was coming up playing ball. But you must be realistic with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Is this really what you want to do? Is this really what your heart is into? Is this really what you have time for, you know? So that's real big. I feel like you should talk about your mental health, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's very important in 2025 and so on forward. I feel like talking about your mental health is very important, because as athletes, it becomes very overwhelming and very stressful to deal with what the athlete deals with, you know, on a day-to-day basis. So I feel like maybe not somebody in your, really, I wouldn't say too much in your corner. Maybe, you know, when you're at school, you know, speak to a counselor, speak to somebody, man, or speak to a family member, you know, somebody that's very, very trustworthy. I know it's not easy for y'all boys to trust out here, but you gotta talk to somebody. You never know what, you know, a lot of people are going through. You never know even what you're going through. You know, if you're going through something, you always definitely gotta talk to somebody, for sure. Please do not skip nutrition and don't skip sleep. That is very, very important, because you really can't do none of it. You really can't be a ball player if you lacking sleep, or you lacking nutrition, you're not eating the right things, you know, you're not being healthy, you know what I'm saying? That causes a lot of injuries and a lot of problems in the future. I've seen that happen to a lot of guys, so that's very, very, very important, you know. Another one, build discipline early. If you build discipline early, it works out a lot in the long run. Like I said, like, discipline is so important and it matters. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just be disciplined. It's something you must do. It's not, like I said, it's like I said earlier, it's not even just a football thing, just a sport thing. You just gotta be disciplined in life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to look at my notes too at the same time while I'm chopping it up with y'all boys. You know, the probably most underrated tip I'm gonna give: your mind and mental. Your mental game matters. Literally, if you're weak mentally, sports is not for you at all, because it comes with a whole lot of criticism, it comes with a whole lot of chatter, it comes with a whole lot of negativity, and it comes with a lot of positivity too, but it's a lot of more cons than there is pros in this game and in this, you know, world of sports. So, you know, you just gotta be prepared mentally for it, because your mindset is your secret weapon. Not a lot of people know this, but your mindset is definitely your secret weapon. You know what I'm saying? So whatever way it goes, you gotta be prepared for it. Lastly, remember, sports is really what you do. It's like your job. It's not really who you are. So sports is what you do and not who you are, man. Keep that in mind. Make time for school, friends, and hobbies. If you're not having fun anymore, cut that shit out for a little bit. Take a break. Get right mentally, and you gotta, you know, pick the pace up and get back to it. Because mental health matters. It's such a big thing in 2025, and I know y'all seen, you know, a lot of stories that's been going on with a lot of athletes and their mental health. So Mental health really, really matters. It's very, very important, y'all boys. Really, really take care of y'all. Man, if you grinding every day, man, somebody gonna eventually see it. Don't lose yourself and get caught up in too much of the, what you see on social media. Don't compare yourself to others. Everybody's journey is always different. Yeah, people living that life is cool. Going on like all these visits, trying on uniform, all this shit is cool. But just remember who you really are. Stay humble, keep God first, and stay prayed up and stay blessed, man. If you made it this far to the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, add me on the Snap, follow me on Twitter, lock in with the TikTok, and lock in with my Twitch, because we for sure gonna be streaming real soon, y'all boys. If y'all made it this far, I appreciate y'all boys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your people. And double up, man. We out. Yeah!